TV. So na me ka say ubemia subscription button so na wa subscribe to your YouTube channel no amaye and afin so we are na with the notification aka ho na English Premier League game week 36 and who predictions and I analysis ya de bro ewo Sugar TV so now Leeds United versus Newcastle. Leeds and a Newcastle match ebekoso eneno. Now remember say Leeds they are in the relegation zone and they are fighting hard to leave the relegation zone. It's another match, they are going all out. They are going all out for this match to avoid relegation. Now, you know say Newcastle, and so they are fighting to maintain their position in the top four. And they are at the third position on the table. It's going into this game. Oh, Mami Jeja and who say Leeds and 5 points, and I say NG points in front of them. So this match, the prediction for the day, Mihuni said Newcastle over 3 points, every Leeds in some Newcastle to win. Now Aston Villa versus Tottenham. Aston Villa versus Tottenham. Aston Villa, in the last 2 matches are wabuna walusu. Aston Villa has lost their last 2 matches in the English Premier League. Now remember Tottenham on a Crystal Palace and a boy game week 35. Now Omini against Crystal Palace. Harry Kane scoring the only goal of the match. In this game, a match against Liverpool, they were able to score some goals. Good number of goals. Over 2.5. However, Liverpool every 4-3. But Tottenham say they can score the goals. With Harry Kane being on the score sheet again. Into a year Aston Villa versus Tottenham. My prediction for the day. May call for Tottenham straight win. Tottenham ebinya 3 points now. And Harry Kane will score today. That is my prediction for this game. You move on to the next match. Chelsea versus Nottingham Forest. Now, Chelsea, the Blues. You know, say, and this season. However, last match, Bournemouth, a boy, they were able to score more goals. They won by 3 goals to 1. And Chelsea going into this game, me say their momentum are building. They have built their momentum for this game. And I believe, going into this game against Nottingham Forest, who is also trying to avoid relegation. Now, remember, Nottingham Forest position now Wadano. Aston Villa, Everton, Edan Asepe, and Leicester City in Sudan Asepe. So going into this game, or person will avoid the relegation zone or free red line or per se, Ugani free or no maintaining his position in the league. So going into this game with Chelsea, we say Nottingham Forest will also go all out to avoid relegation. However, Stamford Bridge, with the fans, the momentum, the energy, Chelsea boys, Nottingham Forest, we believe Chelsea will take the 3 points away. They will take the 3 points. So Chelsea win for this game. Now let's move on to the next match. Crystal Palace versus Bournemouth. Now, our last matches, team see me, Crystal Palace and Bournemouth. Our last matches are boy, Crystal Palace versus Tottenham and Bournemouth versus Chelsea. Crystal Palace lost 1-0 against Tottenham. And Bournemouth will soon lose 3-1 against Chelsea. Now going into this game, both teams, they are good because looking at their position on the table, and you're bad. However, Crystal Palace playing home today, it will have an impact on the game. Therefore, in this match, we say a 2-1 in favor of Crystal Palace. Crystal Palace will be taking the 3 points away. Now let's move on to the next match. Manchester United versus Wolves. Manchester United versus Wolves. Remember, say Manchester United lost against West Ham 1-0 in game week 35. Now, Manchester United, they are also fighting to maintain their position in the top 4. Because Ohen and saying if you don't take time, Liverpool should jump to take the 4th position on the table. And Newcastle is not giving up their position too. So Manchester United going into this game, we say going so hard. They will push so hard today to cement their position in the top 4. So in this game, I am predicting for Manchester United to take the 3 points from Wolves. So Manchester United win for this game. Now let's move on to Southampton versus Fulham. Southampton versus Fulham. Now remember, Southampton or relegation. The last team on the table, the last team on the red line, they are going for relegation. Now Southampton, they have lost all their last 3 matches. Southampton and Lusu, the last 3 matches now Southampton or Lusu. Now Fulham, out of the 3 matches, in the last 3 matches are one. We're winning 1. Now Fulham, they are safe when it comes to relegation. They are safe. They are far gone. Okay. But Southampton, are they going to even move out from the red line for the relegation zone? However, teams are not relegation, they can be somehow unpredictable. One year, they will show you red pepper. So going into this game, Southampton versus Fulham, this game, we're going to say game will beat my draw. That's my Brentford versus West Ham. Brentford versus West Ham. Now Brentford, table no statistically, they wouldn't be able to play any European football next season. However, they have done well compared to their last season. Almost 13th in the English Premier League. Now this season, almost the 9th position, and they have done well. So going into this game with West Ham, almost back on the hard pa. Though say they can play Europa Conference League or Europa League. However, they will want to cement their 9th position to better their performance as compared to last season. And going into this game, Brentford versus West Ham, a better top. Now, you call West Ham. Europa Conference League semi-final first leg. They did a comeback. From 1-0, they came back to win 2-1. And that was impressive. Typical English football boy, and not just say, I know them. Now, in the English Premier League, they are not in the relegation zone. They are doing well, but they will want to also move forward in the English Premier League too. So going into this game with Brentford, and a match in a very tough. But my prediction for the day, Mihuni said West Ham United will take the 3 points away. West Ham United will take the 3 points away. Now, let's move on to Everton versus Manchester City. Everton versus Manchester City. Now, this match, Everton is in the 17th position on the league table. Game week 36. Everton percent or escaping the relegation zone. They want to avoid the relegation zone. And you know, with these English teams, when they are in the relegation zone, they play different. Now, ocean matches are team do or relegation zone a match or bebono, ne ball bebono. Hana no thing. Sometimes you wonder where they get the energy from. Meaning say relegation, you know, it push you on bubbles. So going into this game with Manchester City. Now, Manchester City, remember, say they are on top of the table with 82 points ahead of Arsenal. Arsenal with 81 points. And they will want to win the league and then the Champions League to have their treble, as Guardiola or Borehome said, Obinyano. Now, remember, say the UEFA Champions League match is a bit too at Santiago Bernabeu, Manchester City versus the Los Blancos. Here, Real Madrid. Okay, match the match was tough, all right, but they were able to go 1-1 at Santiago Bernabeu, which wasn't easy. So they are chasing for the league and chasing for the Champions League. But in the match, he playing with a relegation team like Everton, who wants to escape relegation. It will be a tough match. However, I don't think there will be an upset, and I don't think there will be a shock or a surprise for today. So my prediction, I'm going for Manchester City to win, straight win. They are taking the 3 points away to still top the position on the league table. Now, Arsenal versus Brighton. Arsenal versus Brighton. Let me talk about Arsenal now. Now, Arsenal, 81 points behind Manchester City. And you starting league, Arsenal born home this season. And automatically, they are playing the Champions League. They are in the top 4. And nothing can be done about it. They are in. However, they want to still fight hard to grab the title. Arsenal wants to still fight hard to grab the title, chasing Manchester City. You know, previously, Manchester City was chasing Arsenal, but now Arsenal is chasing Manchester City to win the league. Going into this game with Brighton, remember, I said Brighton, so far so good for Brighton. They are in the Europa League, Europa Conference League. A year league table no so if they maintain it, I'm betting me about a Europa Conference League next season. So as at this point, they either want to cement their Europa League conference spot or move ahead to play Europa League. So going into this game with Arsenal, they are also going in so hard. However, my prediction for today, Arsenal versus Brighton, game week 36 in the English Premier League. Make a straight win for Arsenal. Arsenal began 3 points. Arsenal began 3 points. Winning ahead of Brighton.